What's up, golf fans, and welcome to our review of two of the most popular irons that Taylormade have ever produced in the P790s versus the Sim 2s. In this review, we're going to be looking at our first impressions of each iron set, their key features and selling points, who they're for, the club composition, so that's shaft and grip options, and which one we recommend buying and for who. As always, thanks for watching our video, and if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So our first impressions of these two, and the P790s are forged irons with a player's profile, so they're compact at address and more workable. But ever since the 2020 revision, they've had the speed foam, which has changed to speed foam air, which is made out of a different material, which is much lighter and allows Taylormade to focus the weight, basically adding more tungsten into the toe of the club and just more forgiveness features. So these ones are surprisingly forgiving for their shape, and they're going to suit a huge array of different handicaps, from low handicaps to even high handicap players. They're long and forgiving, but also workable around the greens for the better players. And the Sim 2 Max are game improvement / players distance irons. The speed bridge has been replaced by the cap back in these ones. So this is the cap back basically stretches the whole back of the club, and it adds stability. It's got echo dampening to reduce vibrations on mishits, and it just adds a nice soft feel to the clubs as well, even though they're much thicker and longer than the P790s at address, but their performance is also very, very high. The OS version have larger heads, more offsets, and stronger lofts, so they're among the most forgiving and longest clubs on the market today, and you're also going to get great forgiveness from them, but you're going to get lower spin rates and less workability as well. So both of these clubs are packing a ton of key features, and the first thing we need to say about the P790s is that they're forged irons, so they're made in a more comprehensive way to get that performance in there, and they look beautiful as well when addressing the ball. They're nice and thin and compact, so they give you a real player's feel, but they're surprisingly forgiving, so probably an excellent choice for a high handicapper who wants to try out a more players friendly club as they move towards mid handicap to low handicap level. We've got the Taylormade forgiveness features included, tungsten weighting in the head, which stretches the sweet spot, speed pocket, which brings the speed spot lower on the club and gets more ball speed when you hit the ball low on the face, and it also has a good undercut that is going to interact with the turf well. The inverted cone technology expands the speed spot in the higher part of the club head, and the speed foam air, which is lighter now, makes the clubs more forgiving and gives them a really soft feel, excellent for those who want to try out blades for the first time. So we're getting distance, feel and forgiveness with the P790s, and that's mainly down to the weight shaved off in the speed foam and inefficient areas of the body. We've added more tungsten weighting and more body where it's needed to increase the distance, feel and forgiveness of the irons. You get a better launch, so with the weight savings you get the speed pocket, and the club construction all around has improved, and that results in an easier launch, longer distances and more forgiveness. And these are a forged iron set suitable for all handicaps, and some of the most revered and best-selling players distance irons of all time from Taylormade, and these are going to be suitable for a large amount of player handicaps, but as we say, slightly more proficient in use with better players and players that have their eyes on improving a lot over the coming year or so. So the Sim 2 Max irons are the latest and greatest from Taylormade, and that means probably the optimal performance you can get from a Taylormade iron. The cap-back technology has replaced the legendary speed bridge, which was evident in the M series and the first Sim Max, and now we've just got a full multi-material cap-back that gives a lot of stability and feel for the club as well, so it dampens unwanted vibrations on mishits, and just the stability, it just allows for consistent, long, straight and high shots. We've got the echo dampener inside, which is going to take away those vibrations, unwanted vibrations, and give you a nice soft feel for a club of this shape. So we've got the inverted cone and speed pocket, similar to the P790s. The speed pocket stretches the sweet spot for hits low on the face to get them long, high and accurate, and the inverted cone then as well is expanding the speed spot from the top part of the head. So we've got an ultra thin steel face, so when the ball hits this face you're going to get maximum speed, and with the head being even bigger in the OS version you're going to get even more distance from that. So they've got larger heads, more forgiveness, stronger loft and more offset as well. So if you want the most forgiving and longest iron on the market in 2021, the SimMax OS version is the one for you. And if you just want the perfect blend of distance, forgiveness and accuracy, then we would recommend the Sim 2 Max irons. So looking at the club lofts, and we can see the P790 start from the 3 iron, which is similar to the 4 iron in the Sim 2 Max, and then as we say the sand wedge is 54 degrees in the Sim 2 Max, but it's not available in the P790s. Other than that, we can see that the lofts are slightly more forgiving in the Sim 2 Max, so you're going to be getting lower, longer shots with the P790 for the type of iron they are, but overall the Sim 2 Max is going to be easier launching and you're going to get good distance too because it's got a thicker back on the head, thicker sole, which is going to equal to more distance. So you got tons of shaft options with both of these available in steel and graphite, from True Temper, Dynamic Gold, Project X, Elevate and Nippon. So various different styles of each one, and you can check those out on both of the company's websites. So which one of these irons should you buy? And for us, basically, if you're starting out in the game or you're a high handicapper looking to improve, the Sim 2 Max irons are going to be excellent. They're easy to hit, long, high launching, consistent, and forgiving clubs for any situation and for any player. So any player is going to be able to play with the Sim 2 Max. They're the latest irons from Taylormade. Excellent for those players just getting involved in the game, but anyone's going to be able to get good performance out of them. And the Sim 2 Max aren't as workable as the P790s. So if you are a slightly better player, then these forged irons, the P790s, are going to give you an epic blend of distance, feel, workability and forgiveness, and they're much more forgiving than you'd expect for an iron of this shape. So even high handicappers could play them, but as we say, probably more suited to those moving from the high handicap to mid handicap level and just want to try out a more players friendly club. So the Sim 2 Max OS, they have larger heads, there's more offset to reduce any slicing, they've got stronger lofts, and they're more forgiving, so you're going to get longer, straighter shots more consistently, but they still get the ball in the air very easily as well. So the Sim 2 Max OS are going to be perfect for beginners and those just starting out in the game. And the Sim 2 range is actually a good bit cheaper than the P790s as well. So the P790s are basically for those who are willing to invest, know that they're going to be playing a lot and want to take their game to the next level, but aren't ready for a full set of players irons just yet. So for someone just getting into the game, we recommend the Sim 2 Max OS. And if you've been around in the game for a while, you've struggled to hit your irons consistently, or you're just looking to get your game to the next level, then the Sim 2 Max is an excellent option. So for almost anyone, we're going to recommend the Sim 2 or the Sim 2 OS. But if you know that you want to invest more in your irons and you want to become a mid or low handicap player in the future, or you just want to try out a forgiving set of players friendly clubs, then the P790s are going to be excellent as well. So that's it for our video today. We hope you enjoyed the content, and if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.